They were coming up nicely, and all of a sudden the worm struck, and they have been eating away like crazy. Welcome and welcome back to my garden. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. Welcome to the family. A special shout out to you, my channel members. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in.
My Jamaican Backyard Garden, Portmore Edition. This is Gardening with Stacey. Come garden with me now, man.
And what a nice place to live. Sweet jam.
What is happening in the garden? So, guys, the worms. Me and them, we have been worrying a lot over my cucumbers. And you know the funniest thing about it? I haven't gotten a chance to spray them, but I'm going to spray them today with garlic water. So they have been eating away my cucumber leaves like crazy, I tell you. Look at that stink bug. I'm going to get some hot water to skim them off in it as well. There are many more stink bugs on there. Look at that. But the worms, I'm telling you. See, I'm getting blooms. So soon I will have cucumbers. I saw a few little tiny ones. I hope the bees will come around to pollinate them for me. Okay, so my banana tree, the sucker right there, look at it, looking lovely. The banana tree is still progressing very well. See another leaf coming out there. As for the sucker, when I posted my video, when 2 weeks ago, thereabout, Miss Pauline told me not to take out the sucker until the banana shoot. So that is exactly what I'm doing, and I conferred with mommy, and she said yes, I shouldn't take it out until the banana shoot. But it is doing its thing, and it is looking lovely, and I'm loving that it doesn't deter the banana from progressing very well. These potatoes, sweet potatoes over here, guys, I don't know what took them over, but they were in a very bad state. I had to get rid of most of the leaves from it. So I clean it up. They were over there. So I put them right here. So I'm going to put something else over there. I'm thinking, because you know it's a shaded area. So I'm thinking about getting some crops that loves shade to put over there under the grapevine. So this is where the two sweet potatoes, the first set of sweet potatoes, this is their new home. So what I did was to move the barrel from here, seeing that I'm not getting much water when the rain falls. So I put it over there. What else? Oh, my lychee tree, the old leaves, they have been shedding so much. But the thing about it, they're putting on new branches, and I am fine with that. So it's getting rid of all of its oldies and coming in with a lot of newbies. Still doing its thing and looking good. Look at this. Now, these baby June plums that you're looking at, how many of them? I didn't even know that this one right here fell off, but I was aware of these. I just dropped them back in the container. So these were right here on this branch, and notice that this branch right here started to rot, and because of that these started to ripen. So I just cut off that branch right there, and I took off these and I just dropped them in there. No, of course it felt a little disheartening, but look at this. I'm getting numerous June plums. So I'm getting double for my trouble. And look over here as well. So I'm getting far more than what I lost. These ones are coming up nicely. So you see guys, God will do that sometimes, you know. He will remove some things or some people in order for us to get our blessing he has in store. So he simply just take away the distraction so that we can walk in our purpose. My tomatoes that were struggling, they have been seeing better days now, so they're looking much better. No, I removed the trellis that I had here initially and I made a new one. This is one chair that I pull apart, and I had one end down here and the other end down there. This is much firmer, so I opted for it and it is looking good. I love the look of it right here. Now, the cucumbers that I initially had here, these ones that you're looking at, are some that I replanted. The ones that were there, the worms dealt with them. Even these ones, it's still a fight with them. Look at that, guys. If you remember this smallberry tree, I'm going to show you a little reminder of how it was when I stripped it. It was about 2 weeks ago, or almost 2 weeks ago. And look how much growth it has gotten since. It has been flourishing and doing so well. Wow, I did not know that this was here. I saw, little ones coming out. See? So those are the ones that are quite visible that I was aware of. Look at them. Looking good. I'm taking a second look where it is. Awesome. The plant is just flourishing, doing its thing and looking good. Look at all of these leaves. The pruning did so much for it, and I am so grateful. So for my Irish potatoes, I'm not seeing any sign of anything, but I am still waiting patiently. Guys, look at this. Look at this banana tree. I will insert a clip of the last time I showed you what it was looking like. Look at this growth. My. I am in love with it. But I noticed though that this particular sucker, I'm not expecting it to produce. Honestly, what I realize is that this is more of the ornamental type. So what I'm going to do, I am going to remove it from here. Well, not right now, but eventually remove it. Put it in a flower spot and keep it as a flowers. Maybe around here at the back or maybe at the front. I'm not sure just yet. But I'm realizing that this is the ornamental type that I have right here based on its growth compared to that one down there. So the sucker that is coming up down there, I think I'm going to use this bucket for that sucker when I take it out. and then move this in a flower spot. Horns. I don't know what is happening to my chocho or my chayote, but it is not doing well at all. Every time I think it is, you know, doing its thing and coming up nicely, it just, I don't know, decide that, you know what, you're too happy. Time for gloom and just not doing well anymore. So I have my eyes on it. I have my eyes. I'm watching out to see what will happen. There's one that is in this lemon bucket and it seems to be doing fine. I'm not going to talk too loud because I don't want it to hear me and start to say, you're saying I'm doing fine, watch me and you. But anywho, I hope it continues on its journey. And I hope this one will get jealous and copy what that one is doing. I want to do even better. Now, my coconut tree getting a new leaf right here. So it is doing its thing and progressing very well. Papaya tree doing its thing. Guys, my onion bulbs, some tiny bulbs that I planted some time ago, they are all coming up nicely, and you will notice that I put them in the containers with the fruits, and they are progressing very well. So in my tour that is loading, you will see much more of my onions that are coming up nicely. French thyme. No, my fever grass or my lemongrass. Guys, I realized that cats were sleeping in my container, and so I had to move it from down there and put it up here. And I had to get rid of most of it because they simply just break them down. It was like a nest inside, how everything were together, just lying flat. These are the few that left standing, and so I just cut out the rest and get rid of them. I am trying my hands again at rosemary. The rosemary that I have down the other side, I took a piece off of it and I stuck it right here. I'm trying again after the many times over the years to see if I can get it to spring up like this. Let me show you my sugar cane. So remember this sucker that I showed you when 2 weeks or almost 2 weeks ago? Look at this sucker. Look at its progress, doing so well. And I'm getting another sucker around there. And of course, the canes that are already there, look at them, doing so very well. Can't wait to eat sugar cane with you guys. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot to show you this. So I am getting ready to plant up my dragon fruits. They need to be a little bit more secured. So I am getting ready to plant up these babies. Thank you all so much for watching. So that's it for today, guys. Until next time, walk good.
And what a nice place to live. Sweet jam.